Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we will be reacting to at least one scary story. Now, this one is called 3 True Hooters Horror Stories Animated, and it is by IMR Scary Tales. So go check them out if you like the scary stuff. And with that, let's get into the video. Hey guys, so we're in, and let's get to it. Turn my volume
Working
up.
at Hooters isn't anyone's dream job. And that's true if you ask any Hooter girl. Knowing that you have to tolerate sketchy individuals throughout your shift doesn't make the task better. The slow and weary movement of time had me praying that no customer would enter for the last remaining 5 minutes before closing. I observed as Martha wiped the tables.
I think that's everybody who works in this field. It's like 5 more minutes, no one walk in, especially not a family.
And our manager, Mr. Gunner, counted the cash sitting behind the counter. Lily, Martha, and I all leave the outlet together, and we 3 girls take that quite seriously. This fast food chain is a small one that has recently opened, so right now, we're the only employees working here, along with our chef, Burton. Lily went to the washroom, and I was passing time reading the menu. The sound of approaching footsteps snapped me away from reading, only for my eyes to meet a disturbing-looking man. He smiled so big that I frowned, feeling uncomfortable. It took a while before I could utter a welcome and ask for his order. His ocean eyes scanned the top menu while biting his lower lip, and the sight alone made me consider hating the night shift. "Welcome to Hooters. May I take your order?" His attention returned to me, still sporting that smile. But what he said next,
That's only slightly disturbing,
made my stomach drop.
I'd like the jumbo burger, please. But instead of the usual beef, I'd like your meat instead.
What? He said those words in such a friendly manner, as if it was the most normal thing in the world, while I couldn't even breathe. I waited for a ha-ha, just kidding, but it never came.
Hello? Are you listening?
He asked as he waved a hand right in front of me, trying to snap me out of shock. As if his first comment wasn't terrifying enough, he went on, saying even more bizarre things.
Sorry. You close in 5 minutes, right? That's not enough time to cook your meat. I prefer areas down the waist. Meatiest part for me.
He chuckled as he sent a wink my way. My tongue felt non-existent as fear took over my system. The ringing in my ears managed to muffle his voice and the horror that left his mouth. I started to sweat like a dog.
Okay, you look scared. I guess I'll just have the large fries and large Coke, please. Thank you so much.
His last request.
You sound scared about me asking for you, so I'll just take a regular large fry. Make that extra meaty.
With such a polite tone that I felt like my mind was ready to lose it. I watched as he took the table near the door, right next to where Martha was cleaning. I felt cursed.
Martha's still cleaning that table? You took an order, had a whole customer come in, read a menu, and she's still cleaning the same table. I feel like you should be done with at least 3 tables by then.
Like I was hexed to stand in that spot forever, with only the nightmare to keep me company. Martha noticed me standing there like a statue and called out my name. I came back to my senses, and with trembling feet walked back to the kitchen. Chef Burton was cleaning the kitchen. Seeing me walk in like a scaredy cat, he asked,
Are you all right? You look horrified.
"That man, he said he wanted..." Before I could finish, our manager, Mr. Gunner, screamed at me, saying,
Stop the chit-chat and finish the last order. Burton, I'm leaving. Make sure you lock up after everyone.
Chef...
Stop standing around. I don't make money this way. I only get paid by the meal, guys. I get 75% of it, and 5% goes to all the workers.
Burton nodded his head and got back to his work with a reluctant face. I, on the other hand, couldn't tell anyone about the spine-chilling experience I had just had a few moments ago. Telling Burton to prepare that psycho's order, I headed straight to the bathroom looking for Lily. Coming out, I saw Martha standing there with a pale face. She grabbed my hand and said in a nervous voice, "You won't believe what just happened. That man out there showed me a cut on top of his finger that had sliced through the skin, and
That looks like the little strands you get right there, and you pull on them, and it's like, ugh. Everyone knows that little strand of skin by your fingernail. You can't quite. That's what this reminds me of. Except, I do the same thing. I'm just like, I think most people just bite it off, except I don't go that extreme. He took a whole chunk. I just do that little, like, sliver of skin that won't go away. I don't know. Comment below if y'all do that. I do it.
even offer a Band-Aid. He deliberately pulled that skin back with his teeth, pulled it off, and chewed it as he kept smiling at me. What the fuck is this shit? I felt every tension in Martha's body as she paced back and forth, trying not to heave. Martha turned ghostly white when I recounted what the man had said to me. We decided to call the cops. The signal was bad inside, so Martha walked out from the back door to call the cops, and I went to get Lily before she encountered this crazy man. I knocked on the washroom door and called out to her, "Lily, come out!" But no answer came. I twisted the doorknob and found it unlocked. Lily wasn't there inside the washroom. I quickly walked to the dining area. A cold rush went down my spine. Lily wasn't in the restaurant, and neither was that man. I don't know why, but an invisible...
Let me guess. Her friend got kidnapped by the man. I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch. Maybe just a little. I don't know. I think the man just went to go play some games with her. I don't think he kidnapped her. No, he's such a nice man. He wouldn't do that. He just wanted to show people that it's normal to bite those little things by your finger. Except he went a little too extreme by accident because he was nervous because he was talking to his crush. What a heartfelt story.
Alarm bell kept ringing in my ear. I rushed to the exit and looked outside. A small, rusty car was parked outside, and I saw Lily getting in it with that...
See, she just wanted to go with him. She just wanted to be that perfect lifestyle with the nice man.
Go. Lily, don't go with him! But before she could hear me, the man locked the car doors and hit hard on the paddle. The car took up sudden speed. I ran to stop the car, and Lily noticed me. Her face changed as soon as she saw me. She yelled to the man, "But you said they were waiting for me down the road! Oh my god!"
Shut up!
The man punched her in the face right away, and Lily passed out on the passenger seat.
He just didn't want to lose her. No, she's getting kidnapped for sure. They obviously are not in love. I was wrong. Actually, I was never really right. I was just joking.
He drove away, abducting my friend while letting out a vicious smile of joy. Martha heard me scream, and I told her what had just happened. She immediately got into her car, and I hopped in. "The cops won't be able to catch him if he escapes. We have to follow that freak. Yes, we have to save Lily." We started to drive like crazy. After 5 minutes of reckless driving, we finally saw that man's car driving away. "Let's get this asshole," Martha said in a charged-up voice, and the fear in me vanished too. She increased the car's speed, and we caught up to him. We started honking our horns like crazy, and the man realized that we were following him. He increased speed too, but we were on fire. We drove and came parallel to his car. Our eyes met, and I screamed, "You won't get far, you jerk! The cops are on their way, and we aren't going to leave you alone. Wherever you go, we're coming with you."
Who will have the most gas?
Upon realizing that he wouldn't be able to dodge us, he did something dangerous. He suddenly unlocked the car door and pushed open the door on Lily's side. He then smiled even bigger and said in a psychotic voice,
You're right. Here, take your friend. I'll eat something else tonight.
and pushed our unconscious friend out of the speeding car. Lily hit the hard road and started to roll in friction. Before we knew it, she came right in front of our car, and I screamed at the top of my lungs, "Martha! Martha, watch out!" Martha hit the brakes, but as our car was at maximum speed, the tires creaked loudly and the
Oh no. Oh no.
crashing of bones echoed in the middle of nowhere. The car stopped after a few meters. Neither of us got out. It was as if we had forgotten how to move. We didn't even look at each other, just stared at the long highway.
What is this? 250 miles. Oh, okay. Well, it's like 250 miles an hour. Wait, what? So that's gross, even as an animation. I don't know how you recover from that as a human being. Oh, why are you in therapy? So I worked at Hooters and someone tried to kidnap my friend and ended up running her over, long story short.
Ahead and kept breathing. Every breath was hinting toward the nightmare we were too afraid to encounter. But finally, we came out of our car and walked back with shivering footsteps. Lily was lying dead on the ground.
Oh, so the wheel went right through there. Did some damage. Ugh.
Our speeding car ran her over. She was beyond recognition at that point. We waited there, shattered, broken, and guilty for life. To save our friend, we had killed her. The police arrived after a short time, but upon inspection, the man was nowhere to be found. His car had no number plate. Statements were taken, and even the authorities couldn't hide the disgust that was etched in their faces as our story unfolded. Sleep never came to me that night, and neither to Martha. We are still a part of this ongoing investigation. I just hope the man gets arrested soon. That will be the only relief for us.
Okay,
Walking
then.
the streets had become something so difficult now, as I had developed a fear of strangers smiling.
I mean, just move to a big city. Nobody ever smiles, unless they're little kids. Like, for example, the other day, I went to a rock shop with my mom because I needed more incense. And she was looking at all the rock beads because she likes to make necklaces. And a little boy keeps coming up to her and showing her all the stuff that he found in the shop. And I was trying not to laugh so hard because it was just so funny. Little boy had a crush. Look at this. He found a whistle. His mom got mad at him because he kept using it. It was interesting, nevertheless. But still, it's like the only time you get smiled at ever. Because, like, nobody does that nowadays. They just kind of do their own thing. Like, that's about it. I don't know why that makes you feel outside. Unless this story is old. I mean, this was published this year, February 22nd. But, so, you know, not that long ago. But still. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. Ugh.
Whatever happened that night ruined me. To those working in outlets like Hooters, please always be careful. Deception is a mask that fits everyone.
Thank you all for watching this video. If you liked, make sure to leave a like. Also, if you like my stuff, go make sure to check out my other channels down below, along with my live stream channel, because, you know, you might want to, like, go there if you like my lives. If you ever want to see me go live. Because I do usually once a week, sometimes not, but most of the time I do. Also, if you made it this far, comment gotcha in the comments to show that you made it to the end, and I will shout you out in the next video. But with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!